about your business. They want to learn about your business. All right? They have a basic understanding about your company or organization. And come back to this section after completing the other sections. So, two most important things. They should want to learn more about your business. If they read the executive summary, which is what they're going to read first in the future, and they don't want to know anything more about your business, you know there's something you need to look at, right? Mm-hmm. And they should have a basic understanding of your business. All right. All right. This section, business description and vision. That's the title of this section. Here we go. This section should include your mission statement. What is the mission statement? It's the business's purpose. Why the business exists. Okay, that's the mission statement. All right. The company vision. This should be a statement about the company's growth. That's the company vision. A statement about the company's growth. Business goals and objectives. A brief history of your business. And the list of key company principles. In that way, owners, operators, or whatever. If I were to use my business, my corporation as an example, I got two key principles. Me and my wife. Mm-hmm. We're the ones. We're the co-owners. No one else owns any part of our business. So we're the two key principles. But in other organizations, or in yours, it may be yourself. It could be other investors or whatever. So that's what they mean by the key principles. Okay? After reviewing the section of business, description, and vision, this is what a reader should know. Who or what the business is and what it stands for. Okay? That's what they should know. Your perception of the company's growth and potential. You see how this drives people to try to think about their businesses now? You know, why you're in business, how are you going to grow, what's the potential of your business to grow? Specific goals and objectives of the business, and the background information about the company. That's what the person should know after dealing with your business objectives. Okay? That's what they should come away with. Definition of the market. Definition of the market. This section should describe your business industry and outlook. All right? It should define the critical needs of your perceived or existing market. All right? And it should identify your target market. All right? It should provide a general profile of your targeted clients. Who is your targeted clients? Who are you personally trying to reach in your business? When we set up our front as a vendor, you know who our primary clients are? Everybody who walks through the door. Mm-hmm. Everybody walk through the door. Now, we got mostly women's clothing out there. But men buy clothing for their wives, you know. So our market is, but primarily, now you know what our primary market is, right? I know. Who buys most of the clothes, though? The female. Okay. Well, just say it. Now, we're in the class, okay? Mm-hmm. So, I'm sitting right at the door. My primary market is anybody comes to the door, but I'm looking for the sisters to come through and see something that looks good, and they're going to stop. Mm-hmm. And if they do anything but shop with their eyes, mm-hmm. they're going to see what we got. All right? This is just trying to make it plain, so it doesn't sound like it's just all academic. All right? This is the way business is. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right. It should describe what share of the market you currently have and or anticipate. All right. Well, now that's what we said. When you fill this out and deal with the market, you should describe what's your current share of the market. You may have just a tenth of the market, and you may have 50% of the market based on what market you're in. All right, and if you don't, what do you project in terms of growth? And to anticipate what you want in your market. All right. So now, after completing that section, let me say the name of the section again. Definition of the market. After completing that section, this is what a person reading this should understand. The basic information about the industry you operate in and the customer's needs you are fulfilling. The scope and share of your business market, as well as who your target customers are. All right. Can you see, when you look at this, if you were to give your plan to a banker, if you're going to get money from a bank or an investor, can you see how they can see, how they can look at a business plan and see if it's set up the correct way, how they can look at it to evaluate if they should invest. You know, now you see why it's important if you want to go and ask someone to invest in your business, your company, you have to give them something that they can look at. And I'm talking about something that's realistic, all right, that they can make a good judgment at. All right. This section, description of products and services. This section now, in each one of these sections, when you get to them on the computer, in each one of these sections, when it says continue here, there's a, let me just show you. This is an area right here. This area right here is where you can type into. That's where you can type the answers. You can just type right into it. That's when you can type into it and save it, and at the end of it, print it out, and you'll have your formatted business plan. That's why this template is so valuable, okay? You just go right online, and since you're going to have it on your computer, no one else can see it but you, all right? Okay, so description of products and services. This section should specifically describe all of your products and services. All products and services your business offers, all right? It should explain how your products and services are competitive. You know, how do they compete against other people in your market? All right. If applicable, reference a picture or brochure of your products, which should be included in your plan's index or appendix. That means if you have a brochure you made up about your services or your product, then you can reference that in the business plan, and then make sure you have a copy of that in your appendix. So when you give your plan out, someone can see it. After reviewing this section of description of products and services, the reader should know why you are in business. The reader should know why you're in business, what your products and services are, and how much they sell for. How and why your products and services are competitive. All right? So when you're writing this, now, you know the beauty of this is when they say that's what the reader should know, this gives you a good handle on, okay, now I know how I need to write this section. All right? And that's how you use this. That's why I like this template. Okay. This is the last section we're going to cover here. And we'll start on another one next first Sunday, God willing. Organization and management. This section deals with organization and management. This section should provide a description of how your company is organized, as well as an organizational chart, if available. We might use the example of my company, Akbar Enterprises, LLC. There's only two principals, myself and my wife. So I don't need an organizational chart. We run it all. We operate it. But if you have a president, vice president, if you have other people who are operating your business, then you should include that and set up a chart how they make decisions. Who makes the decisions in the business? Okay. Do you have a treasurer? You know, how do you make decisions with your finances? This is what should be laid out in the organization chart. It should describe the legal structure. I mean, remember, not too long ago we talked about this of your business: proprietorship, partnership, or corporation. Right? You see why you have to? You see why we covered legal structures before we even came to this? All right, because every business must be structured in a certain way. All right. It should identify necessary or special licenses and or permits your business operates with. You know, if you operate in a business dealing with as a restaurant and dealing with food service, you know you must have a food service license to operate that business. Am I correct?
Yes.
Correct.
If you're dealing with real estate, you get that license. So it's just saying all these things you want to describe in this area called organization and management. All right? And it should provide a brief description of the key managers within the company. All right? Key managers, people who are really managing your company. Okay. After reviewing this section of the template of your business plan, organization and management, this is what a person should know. The legal form of ownership of your business. Is it a sole proprietorship? Is it a partnership? Or is it a corporation? And if it's a corporation, what kind of corporation? Right? Who the leaders are in your business, as well as their roles. Who leads the business, and what role do they play in your business? the general